For content creators, this phone is seriously special. The Honor Robot phone could be one of the most creative smartphone designs in years, and it's easily one of the devices I've been waiting for. If smartphones have started feeling predictable, this one is completely different. So let's unbox it. Big thanks to my tech partner over in China for providing this footage. I really appreciate the support in making this video happen. Hey everyone, Stella here from Techie Street. If you're into staying updated with the newest gadgets, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our latest tech content. Before we begin, let's play a guessing game. The phone hasn't officially launched yet, but I'm expecting a price between 16,000 and 17,000 yuan, around 1,761 pounds or $2,370. What's your prediction? Drop it in the comments before we reveal anything. Let's open the box. Right away, the presentation feels different. The packaging looks premium, and the first thing you see is this adorable little robot head. One layer, another layer, and finally, here's the star of the show. Surprisingly, it looks much closer to a normal flagship than I expected. The body is compact, and it doesn't feel heavy in the hand. Inside, the slogan says, "Your first robot phone." Before checking the phone, let's see what's in the box. We get a compact 120-watt Honor Supercharge adapter with USB Type-C and a stylish two-tone design. It supports up to 20 volts at 6A. There's also the original 6A 99cm charging cable, documentation, and a gift package worth 1,200 yuan. There are more accessories too. The stand looks premium, the lanyard feels well made, and the protective case is extremely light, combining hard material with soft silicone. Now it's finally time to unwrap the phone. Those warning labels immediately remind me of the first foldable phones. Whenever a completely new category appears, there are always a few things users need to know. Let's reveal it slowly. From the front, it looks surprisingly normal. It's easy to hold with one hand and even smaller than I expected. Put it beside a mainstream flagship, and the size is close to a standard iPhone and smaller than the Pro Max. The metal frame feels solid and premium, while the textured finish adds grip. On top are the speaker and gimbal hinge. The power and volume buttons are on the right, with a multi-function button below. At the bottom are symmetrical microphones and a single SIM tray. Just make sure you insert the SIM correctly. Even Honor includes a stylish SIM ejector tool. The SIM can be inserted from either direction, and there's a red waterproof sealing ring around the tray. Be careful not to damage it. There's also a dedicated lanyard attachment point. Personally, I love it. Carrying a phone this way feels like a throwback to the early 2000s. If you love phone lanyards, comment 1. If not, comment 2. Looking at the display, the corners have generous curves. More importantly, there's a low reflection screen protector. Compared with a regular smartphone under different lighting, the difference is obvious. It should make the display much easier to see outdoors. Now let's check the back. It uses the same textured finish as the frame, giving it excellent grip. And listen to that sound. Moving to the top, slowly peeling the protective film from the camera and gimbal reveals one of the most exciting parts. Looking at the cover almost feels like there's a tiny robot waiting to wake up. It's honestly surreal. On the right side of the camera module is the circular fill light, followed by the 50-megapixel camera system and massive 200-megapixel sensor. Yes, the camera housing is thicker, but compared to today's flagship camera phones, it doesn't stick out that much. For such a new product category, I'm impressed by how well Honor has controlled the size. You might be thinking, isn't this just a smartphone with a built-in gimbal? Instead of debating it, let's compare it directly with a flagship camera phone. You can clearly see the camera extension, but it's thick rather than ridiculously bulky. We also compared it with another flagship camera phone and a dedicated handheld gimbal. Looking at all three, I've always preferred carrying fewer gadgets. So here's the big question. Can the Honor robot phone replace multiple devices and simplify what I carry every day? Before turning it on, let's take one more look at the build. Notice this protective cover here. It's surprisingly satisfying to use. Just listen to that click. Now let's power it on. The phone boots into the new MagicOS 10. If you've used Honor phones before, the interface immediately feels familiar. The first thing I noticed is the display. The bezels are evenly balanced on all four sides, while the perfectly symmetrical rounded corners create a clean, premium look. Now let's quickly explore the software. Honor's Oasis Eye Protection technology remains one of its strongest features. After years of refinement, there are plenty of eye care options, including distance reminders, screen time monitoring, ambient light detection, sleep assistance, defocus comfort, and multiple dimming modes. The display offers a maximum 2640 by 1216 resolution with 60 Hz and 120 Hz refresh rates. The in-display fingerprint scanner sits slightly above center, making unlocking feel natural. Interestingly, there's no separate gimbal setting. That's because the robot camera is completely integrated into MagicOS rather than working like an external accessory. So, how do you activate it? Simple. Open the camera app, and underneath the regular shooting modes, you'll see a dedicated gimbal camera button. 3, 2, 1. Whoa, that opening animation is seriously cool. After tapping it, the phone asks whether you want portrait or landscape shooting. Let's watch it again. First, the module rises, then rotates, and finally positions itself towards the display. Now things get really interesting. You can still take normal photos and selfies like any other phone, but switch to gimbal mode and that incredible lifting animation returns. The camera immediately points towards whatever's in front of you. Because it's mounted on a fully directional gimbal, it keeps moving smoothly as you turn around. It can even follow you and capture yourself without a problem. Portrait is the default, but shifting to standard photo mode works just as easily. Switching to Master Cinema mode for video recording is just as easy, with both portrait and landscape support. Now let's see what this built-in gimbal can really do. Tap the upper left icon and you'll find several stabilization modes. Tilt lock keeps the camera fixed vertically for an FPV-style effect. Then there's super stable. Watch this. Even when I rotate the phone, the camera keeps tracking me. Pretty impressive. The controls also completely change. The shutter moves to the bottom right, while the center becomes a virtual joystick. If you've used a dedicated gimbal before, this feels instantly familiar. Take a photo, then control the camera movement with your thumb. Slide down and the gimbal tilts down. Slide up and it tilts back. A normal front camera simply can't do this. You can also pan left and right smoothly, giving you full control over the angle. And the joystick makes one-handed operation surprisingly comfortable. But there's more. You can create rotating camera movements too. These controls work during video recording, letting you create cinematic shots, whether you're filming yourself or something in front of you. Lost the camera position? Just double-tap the joystick and the gimbal instantly returns to its original position. Holding it with one hand gives you a huge live preview. Compared to an action camera where you often rely on a tiny screen and transfer footage later, everything happens directly on the phone, no extra transfer needed. Looking at the design, the internal space is used impressively well. That gave me an idea. Since this cover is mechanical, what happens if I press it while it's closed? Will it break? Let's find out. Press. Instead of forcing the mechanism, the phone immediately tells you to open the lens cover first. Honor clearly planned for this. Even if you leave the camera app while the gimbal is extended, the phone reminds you that it's still active. Tap to close it and everything safely folds back in. So how would you rate this all-black gimbal design? Let me know in the comments. Now, a quick look at the accessories. There's the protective case, plus a magnetic accessory that attaches to it and doubles as a stand. From a creator's perspective, this phone could replace a lot of my usual gear. Traveling with fewer devices is a huge advantage. It's slightly heavier than a normal flagship, but still far lighter than carrying a phone and separate gimbal together. For the exact weight, check Honor's official specifications. Of course, the camera system is the real star. Here's the hardware setup. We've already captured plenty of samples over the past few days, so you can judge the image quality yourself. Let's compare it with popular flagships. In the main camera shots, Honor makes the green trees slightly brighter. Look closely at the ivory-colored area in the center, and the difference becomes obvious. With telephoto shots, Honor offers better color control and more natural wall textures, while Apple looks slightly darker. Overall, Honor's tuning feels more pleasing. With ultra-wide shots, both capture a wide field of view, but Honor again delivers more vibrant colors. But the biggest highlight is still video. With the gimbal folded, it behaves like a normal smartphone. Open the cover, tap the camera, and the gimbal is ready. And if you're worried about cleaning the cover, don't be. Apply a little outward pressure and it comes off easily. One suggestion for Honor, future versions could offer different filter-style covers. That would make the protective cover even more useful. Would you want that? Let me know. For video, the Honor robot phone is also the first smartphone to collaborate with ARRI. Inside the camera app is a dedicated airy cinema mode, complete with a really cool startup animation. It supports 4K at 24, 25, 30, 50, and 60 fps. Both the main and telephoto cameras support it, even without the gimbal. You'll also find plenty of LUT monitoring options. We recorded clips using the Log-C3 profile, and what you're seeing comes straight from the camera after applying the built-in LUTs. No complicated editing. Editing is incredibly simple. Open Gallery, tap Edit, choose a LUT, and you can create a polished cinematic look in seconds. Now let's test stabilization. We mounted a regular smartphone on one side and the Honor robot phone with its gimbal on the other. Both were attached to the same support while we added heavy shaking, movement, and rotation. The difference is immediately obvious. For content creators, this device is genuinely exciting. But the gimbal has another trick. It can actually turn into a tiny robot. Open the dedicated app, switch to robot mode, and control it with different commands. It performs all kinds of fun expressions, and honestly, it's surprisingly entertaining. Play some music, and you can even make the robot dance. The gimbal moves along with the rhythm, making it even more fun. Honor also added a feature nobody really expected: who pays today? Out with friends and nobody wants the bill? Ask the robot phone. It spins, randomly selects someone, and announces the unlucky winner who has to pay. Overall, the Honor robot phone combines serious camera capabilities with playful interactive features. It's genuinely refreshing in a smartphone market where so many devices are starting to look and feel identical. I'll upload my complete in-depth review on launch day, August 12th. If you want to see the full experience, subscribe and join our tech community. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!